Thank you, Dr. Blackwell. I am fully vaccinated. I was at an event the other day, and Peggy Strine said to me, "We're going to have an unveiling today." I said, "Yeah, we got the whole riverfront thing here." She said, "No, I mean the masks. Are we going to take them off?" If this was Thursday, we're outside like this, we'd all have our masks off. So a couple days left to go. This indeed is the day the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad on it. Dr. Blackwell was kind enough with that introduction. We did go way back. What he didn't say is that he's probably the fastest quarter miler over 50 years of age in the whole United States of America. And that is no joke. He was quite a track star at Dartmouth College, and he saves people's lives every day. And you and I know some of those folks. I can't divulge. I'm just so overwhelmed to be with all of you. Dr. Blackwell, I think this is the first time that we have ever celebrated this moment. A proud moment in what otherwise is not such a proud part of our Delaware history. A moment which most of us don't really know much about, I can guarantee you. I grew up in Claymont. I wasn't there in 1952, but we were there from 56 on. I never knew about Claymont High School's role in admitting the first students of color without incident after all the other things that we had across our state. And all the people who made that happen, and I'm just delighted to be here with the former students of this colored school. I'm thinking about the DuPont company that made those huge investments. Have we laid to rest former Governor Pete DuPont, the family that he is part of, here with the delegation and with the students and the county executive whose team kind of rescued this, our members of the General Assembly who stepped up just the other day with our commitment to the future. And with that, I'd like to ask Dante. Where is Dante? Dante, come on up here with that sign. Come on, brother. Show him the sign. We can't change the past, but the future is for all of us to change. On behalf of these children and children that will follow them every day. I've got this proclamation, but before I read it, I want to recognize one other person who's here, who he and I have struggled back and forth over what to do for the future for this children. And I can't think of many people under this tent that deserve more recognition for this fight than Jay Street. And Jay, I'd ask you to stand and be recognized. I met with Jay after being elected governor. I said, here are all the things I wanted to do, and talk mostly about opportunity funding. And he said, this is great stuff. I'm going to sue you anyway. And he did. And the truth of the matter is, we came up with a better approach as we struggled back and forth with the commitment that was needed, the resources that were needed, and the approach. And I just have the utmost respect for Jay. And with that, I'd like to, I want to yield my whatever other time I have to the other speakers, particularly Colin Sipes, to talk about his father, our Chief Justice. This is a proclamation, Dante, in observance of Brown versus Board of Education Day. Whereas Attorney Lewis L. Redding filed suit against the State Board of Education in 1951 on behalf of Mrs. Sarah Bueller, her daughter Shirley, after she unsuccessfully attempted to convince local officials to provide adequate transportation for her daughter. And whereas the case formerly known as Bueller versus Gebhardt was combined with a similar suit, Belton versus Gebhardt, the Claymont family, Louise Belton, that had been filed on behalf of 8 students in Claymont that were denied from attending Claymont High School. And whereas on April 1st, 1952, the Delaware Court of Chancery, Chancellor Collins J. Seitz issued the decision that the disparity between the white and African American schools was in violation of the United States Constitution. And whereas this ruling was the first instance in which a lower court ruled in favor of the plaintiff, Beulah, and Belton, and was the first substantial legal victory for those opposed to segregation in Delaware and in the United States of America. And whereas Beulah and Gebhardt and Belton versus Gebhardt were later appealed to the United States Supreme Court and were combined with 4 other cases into Brown versus Board of Education, whereas the United States Supreme Court issued its historic decision in Brown versus Board of Education on May 17th, I think that's today, 1954, declaring segregation of public schools to be unlawful in the United States of America. Now, therefore, we, John Carney, Governor, and Bethany Hall, along Lieutenant Governor, do hereby declare May 17th, 2021, as Brown versus Board of Education Day in the state of Delaware, and urge all Delawareans to recognize this historic and momentous occasion in which our great state played a significant role. Thank you all for making it happen, and thank you for recognizing that the future is in our power to make the change necessary. God bless you, everyone.